Hey y'all, and welcome back to another fan mini episode of Catch That, where we get to know our friends and our family through their favorite R&B songs. I am naturally Elise, and that's my bro
JR.
And today we are welcoming back is this a third appearance?
Second.
Okay. It felt because we couldn't never get it right.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Second appearance from our good brother Rell. Hey, bro.
How you doing? Happy to be here again.
Yes, we are happy to
this
have
one.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
And again, he came through with some fire, a fire song. But before we jump into that, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name's I go by Rell, but it's Jarrell. From Philly, living in Maryland now. I run a performing arts center in Bowie. I also coach high school football, and I'm actually an artist. So I'm working on something right now that'll be put out pretty soon. So I'm just, I'm all over the place right now.
Love it. Well, how about you tell us what song you decided to talk about today?
Well, the song I decided was Ask of You by Raphael Saadiq. One of my favorites.
Yes, it is the jam.
Yeah, it's
absolutely
one of my all-time favorites.
Okay, so when do you remember first hearing it, and how did it make you feel?
I remember the first time I heard it, it was the video came on, and I was like in passing or whatever, and the melody and beat kind of caught me immediately, like as soon as I heard it. Like, you know how some songs you hear it, it might grow. No, this was from first listen. I was like, ooh, like, yo, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Then, it was on the soundtrack to, what soundtrack was that? Higher Learning, right? So from for real, from first listen, like I actually used to want to rap over that beat. I wanted to rap over it because it's a nice beat, man, a good melody, you know what I'm saying? The tempo is kind of like not super slow, but not, you know what I'm saying, it's nice mid. So I actually wanted to rap over it, you know what I'm saying? So, but when I first heard it, like from first listen, that was it. I was hooked. When I saw the video, I went in, I think I went and got that CD just for that, you know what I'm saying? And it's been like that for a minute. And later on I talk about, like, I got like something in my life special dealing with that song, but I'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah, I'll have to say that was a song that I loved on the very first listen, like from jump. And it's also a song that never got old to me. I never like, oh, here we go. No, I love it. And they played it a lot. It was a very popular song.
It was.
Got a lot of radio play. Of radio play.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So JR, stop all that. What you got?
I know. I'm looking like, okay. What's up?
Okay, all right. Okay, so this song, there's like 3 songs that I rarely talk about. Y'all know I can talk all day long when it comes to something, but it's 3 songs that I can't talk about, and this Acts of You is it. This is a song that makes me cry because of the music and the back. Just this, I call this song a masterpiece, but I can't listen to it often. You know what I'm saying? So when you said that you picked this song, you saw that I said, "Oh my God," and I left it there. I didn't say nothing else. I didn't say nothing because I was like, "Wow, somebody actually picked this song." Because when I first heard it, it was like you. I heard it and I was like, "Wait, whoa." I'm already a Tony fan. So when I heard this, I was like, "Whoa!" And this was the video version. So I'm like, no, this, because you can hear the cutouts and all this. I was like, yo, I got to hear this song. I got to hear this whole thing. So I don't know how High Learning soundtrack got in the house. I don't know. I didn't buy it, but it got in the house. And I went to the song and I listened to it. And y'all, the first time I heard the full record, I like bawled. I was bawling, especially I told Elise from like 4 minutes and 11 seconds all the way to the end. It sends chills because it's like the music takes you somewhere and you like, I don't want to get out of it, but I'm emotional in it. I don't want to be emotional in it, but it's pulling me back in, and it's just everything about it. You got Bonnie Bolger, that's like, you know, she's some background for Prince, and she was an instrumentalist and all that. And then you got Val Young, yes, you know what I'm saying? So then Raphael and all three of them on there. Then you got Spanky that's playing the guitar. Then you got, he done did every damn body. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the masterpiece of this record. And I know one thing about me and Elise, well, Elise likes it more than I do, but this is one song that I love the tempo changes, the chord changes of it all. Like, it's the bridge, then it goes, it's like 3 bridges to me because the tempo changes so much. And then at the end, where he's just like, he letting the beat ride, and people don't do that no more. It's like, to me, you gotta be every part of the beat, and that's weird to me. Let it breathe. And he let this breathe, and it was like when he goes at the end and he like, yeah. And then, you know, Bonnie and Val comes in. I was like, and I just lost it. So I love this record, and I got through that. But because I swear, like, this song does that to me. That's why I don't talk about it a lot on my timeline. Like, when they be doing the Take One Away and that's in it, I don't respond. Like, I don't do none of that. Like, I kind of save to this song and be like, it's mine and I don't want nobody else to have it. So that's me. That's me. And that song made Raphael like top dog for me as far as producers anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, like everything that you said, what I love about it is the song is thick. It's layered. There's so many different things going on that are cohesive though. And it just, and at different parts of the song, different things are the star. You know, sometimes it's the harmonica is the star. Sometimes this is actually one of Raphael's, to me, better vocal performances. Sometimes
agreed.
Like he's really singing nicely on, you know, singing well. Yes. Doing exactly what the song calls for. Like, you know, it's certain parts where the guitar is the star, it's certain parts where the background is the star. So it's a lot going on, but it's so smooth, it's seamless. That's the word I look for. It's seamless.
His ad-libs was fire too. His ad-libs was fire, man. Like, I can't sing, so I don't want to I don't want to butcher it, but one part he was saying like all I can handle you, something like that in the ad libs. Yeah. That's like one of my favorite parts. Yeah.
Then it goes up. Then then everybody's vocals goes a step up, goes like an octave up. It's
Ooh, I don't know, like, he was in his bag and it's mixed perfectly. It's like a masterpiece. It's like certain songs are just like, and there's other songs that fall in this category for me. They just like beautiful songs. Like, they just, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just beautiful songs, you know what I mean? And this is one of them. And I mean, this song came out when, like 95 or something like that. This joint never got old. Like, never gets old, like, for real. So
it still sounds fresh. It sounds very fresh.
Yo, John Singleton knew to get him back again. Because, I mean, he got him for, you know, Me and You, for Boys in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? So he got him there and he was like, yo, I need you again. And got him again. And when you think about Raphael doing soundtracks, like, his song is like literally the movie. If you think about it, because I'm like, this you remember, you be like high learning. You remember the part where, you know, Deja and Malik met, you know what I'm saying? And had that love scene. Like, you think about it, it's like, Raphael's that dude. Like,
but speaking of high learning, speaking of high learning, though, that was a strange soundtrack.
Oh God, it was all over the place.
Yeah. They had no direction. It was.
That shit. It had some dope people on it, but it just didn't make sense. But then it had like this random Tori Amos song, and it's kind of like Tori Amos, but it just like it just didn't.
Yeah, that was a weird soundtrack. That was a weird soundtrack. I got it because of that one song. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
I think everybody did. Everybody did, because I don't even remember another single off that album. Was it?
That's a good question.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Because I know Ice Cube is on it. I know Janae is on it. I don't know.
And then it's like randomly has Liz Phair on there. Then there's an Outkast song that I don't remember.
Yeah.
There's a Rage Against the Machine song on there.
But I mean, it was. I mean,
I know it's what the movie was, but
yeah.
Yeah, this was because it went from Ice Cube to Michelle and D'Angelo.
Yeah.
To this Tori Amos.
It's all over the place. That's why I think it did good, because everybody went and got the single for Raphael. Like,
they had to have.
That's it.
That's what I did. I ain't gonna lie.
It's still his biggest record. Still, there's no.
Is it really?
No solo record for Raphael that has done better than this record.
Wow.
Yes. Wow. He got this in the can. Like, I was just like thinking for a second. I was like, yeah, he don't have. All his singles, nothing did better than this.
Is there any live performances of this floating around?
Yes. He did it back in when he did the Way I See It tour. And he did, I think it's in Paris if I'm not mistaken. And he did it as a medley. Like, he did Me and You, he did this, and then he did something else slow for the Tonys. I forgot what it was. But yeah, like, he don't do it much either, and I'll be like, Raphael, this is your biggest hit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you ain't doing this? Like, this is your biggest record. But and to think, y'all, like, this is doing, because it's like he had the Tonys, right? And then he does this. Then he had Lady with D'Angelo. Then he had Kissing You with Total, which sounds very similar to this record.
Damn, you know
very
what?
Similar.
I mean, it starts off with, the first two words of Ask of You is Kissing You.
Yes.
Yo, I never even put that down.
And it's all the same players that's on the record. Like,
yeah.
They were just in a groove, yo.
I was just about to say, that's a hell of a groove, then, because I love the groove of all those songs you just mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And just to know, because I was like, yo, because I had to listen to it at work today, and I was like, fuck. But I was like, yo, this sound like Kissing You, and then I went and listened to Kissing You. I was like, yeah, it is.
Damn.
I mean, just for that being the name of the song, probably was his like wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Right.
I guess Sean was like, yo, I need something like what you did there for my girls. Like, I need something like that. And he was like, all right, boom, here you go.
He laced them there.
Listen.
He laced them.
That's talent right there. He makes
it. Yeah.
All right, girl.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get. Right.
That's the when I knew he was, like I told Elise, I think a couple of weeks ago. I was like, this what made him my Curtis Mayfield for me. You know what I mean? Because my mom and grandparents got their Curtis, and that's what Curtis is good with. He good with them tempo changes and all that. You know what I'm saying? And for him to do this record, I was like, yeah, he's taking over for Curtis for me. I was like, I got my Curtis. And you know what I mean? So when I told my mom, I was like, yeah, yeah, I got Raphael Saadiq after that. And I remember playing this for her. And she was like, oh shit, I get it. She was like, I get it. I get it. Like, and then you knew that Curtis, before he passed, he was already like eyeing Raphael. Cause he like, I can see my influence because they got the same type of tone. You know what I mean? And then it's like, they're not the vocal gods at all. You know what I mean? But they know what their lane is and what to stay at. You know what I mean? But that's why I like how you said at least this record is really his best vocally. You know what I mean? And to have them two background vocalists, giants behind him like that. And it's just, he's the leads and then they behind him. And like you said, when he goes up, they go up. You know what I mean? It's just perfect. Perfect.
Like a little mini choir.
Yeah. I like, and then to know that you know, Bonnie, she sung with Prince, and you know Raphael was with Prince when he first started, because he was in the backing band of Sheila E. on the Parade tour. So it's kind of like a 360 moment for him, because he's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm working with somebody that's working with Prince. She down with me. I work with Prince, and we doing this, and they created magic. Because, whoo, damn, I couldn't get no better than this.
and the crazy thing about the song, so by the time my daughter was a baby, the song was probably hold on. So it came out 95. 2000. It was like 10 years old already. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's a part in the song where he's like, I love you, Deja, right? Well, my daughter's name is Asia. So I would always play the song and sing it to her. Like when she was little, I always play the song and sing that part to her, but change the words to Asia, you know what I'm saying? So this song is like, over here, you know, special little part right there, you know what I'm saying? God, that's why I like, I'm sorry. Hey, but no, this is payback, because y'all got me. I watched one of your episodes. I'll talk about it when we get off air. I was like, ooh, who's cutting onions, man? Because y'all caught me slipping. I was on the couch just watching. I was like, oh man, I got cut this off, man.
I think I know which one you talking about.
I'm gonna tell you. We'll talk about it when we off the air.
Yo, you know what making me like? At least said this ain't on streaming like at all.
Most of the soundtrack isn't. It's only a few songs of the soundtrack that are on streaming, and I think that's because they're part of other projects. So I don't think they were just on the soundtrack. They were on other things.
Man.
And let me tell you how I still have it on my iTunes. I had got it back when we used to like download music illegally. Remember back in those days, we used to get it from some, and I had it and I saved it, and it's never left my iTunes. So I actually have it on my iTunes, so I can listen to it whenever. You know what I'm saying? I don't just have to, go to the
look at my music folders and see if I have it.
Oh yeah, I know I got it on my computer. It's just I use Spotify and I don't have it on there, so it's like I don't have it, so I gotta go to YouTube, which is a good thing because I don't need to be if the song shuffles around and I'm all in. Yeah, and then this song come on, I'll be like,
yeah.
Like, I don't need them type of problems. So it's good it's on YouTube for me. I'm sorry for y'all, but I'm good it's on YouTube for me. Because I don't need to be getting all emotional with this record. Because how does he just let this shit glide like this? Like, that's what gets me about this. Like, it was just like, I thought that's why the video version doesn't, I mean, it does do good for the song, but for me, I'm like, I need that 6-minute version to listen to. That 4-minute version, it's like, man, y'all missing a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, they give you the harmonica, you know what I'm saying? They still giving you that guitar moment, but it's like, it's cutting because Raphael, like him as a producer, that's why I was just like, yo, this guy can produce his ass off.
Because he produced it, and I'm just like, I wanted to rap over that joint. I'm not gonna even lie. I wanted to rap like because it's not like the melody. It got a little bit of kick to it. It's fire. It's fire. I'm like, man, he produced that. Yeah.
I think the only one that I know that was Rell and Jeremiah, and I was like, I'm good on that. I was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you would have did it right, cool. But I was just like, because again, this is one of these songs I take real serious. So I'm gonna find anything. If you fuck up, I don't like it. Nope. It could be one piece of thing wrong, and I'm like, nope, I don't like it. So I haven't heard nobody do it right yet. So Rell, maybe you need to do it because you will probably eat the shit up. So maybe you should do it.
I mean, you can't mess up a masterpiece, man. If you're not gonna do it right, then just leave it alone, man. Leave it alone, man.
Oh my God. Like I just want like Raphael to like do this. I wish he would be at the Roots picnic, sis. That'd be crazy. He come out and he do asking you. I'll probably die. I'm like,
ooh.
It'll be a rap. I'll be like, pick me up off the floor, please.
Ain't picking up shit.
You gonna pick
ain't shit. That's you ain't shit at all. You see?
I'll call for help.
Niggas. You see how this shit is? Niggas. You know oh my God. Yeah, this song is amazing. This song is awesome. Like, yeah, and then I was listening to it after work and coming home, and I was blasting it out, and I was just like, ugh. I was like, sing Raphael, because I normally don't say that now. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't normally like, yeah, sing Raphael. I just like I'm into his production. I'm into that. I'm not hearing like vocals from Raphael. So I'm in the car like, yo, sing Raphael, sing this shit. Like, yo, like, what the?
He was in his bag on this one, man.
He was, yo. He was. That's when I think everybody kind of knew, solo time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you heard Me and You, it was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, doing. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then you hear this after they coming off of the Sons of Soul, and you hear this, and you like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you waiting for a solo album.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Like, yeah, you know, it's about to be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Then he producing other people and doing other that. And then, I mean, he gave us the last Sony album, which was House of Music, but it was like, all right, after that, we knew Raphael is out. Then he go to another damn group and do another damn song for a soundtrack. Damn, Raphael.
Did. Sure did.
Oh, God. Did. Yes.
I think him doing the soundtracks was also him testing the waters to see if people would accept him as a solo artist.
Mm-hmm.
So, with a soundtrack, if it don't do well, it's like it's a less of a disappointment than if you put a whole album, a whole project out there. And then
right.
I
think it's just dip his toe in the water. Let me see. It's the cold half year,
Well, this one he did was hot.
He knocked out.
He was hot.
He knocked out.
Afterwards, I was like, damn, why didn't I make it a damn album?
Right.
Why didn't I do this whole shit? For real.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Dope pick.
Yeah, this right up there with how I feel about the Case song. Like I listened.
That's why I was like, he went from this to this.
Yeah, that tell you, that tell you where I be at.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
I really like love songs that knock.
Yes.
There you go. There you
I cut it
go.
On my speakers, on my sound system, and that shit is like doom, doom, doom. I was like, okay.
Yeah, see?
It's a pattern.
It's a pattern.
I see. I'm like, oh, all right.
My third song is way left. I can't wait for y'all to hear that one.
Oh.
Yeah, but
is it one that you sent to me already?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then if that's the case, then at least gonna fucking love it. Oh yeah, I hope it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you coming back to hang out with us. So
Definitely. Anytime.
and again, just tell folks how they can find you.
Uptown Rell 215 on Instagram, JBen215 on Twitter, and that's it. Come holler at me.
Yes. Well, as always, we appreciate all our family joining us, and like, subscribe, and bring us some more cousins. And we will catch y'all on the next episode of Catch That.
Peace.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to another fan mini episode of Catch That, where we get to know our friends through their favorite R&B songs. I am Naturally Elise, and that's my bro,
JR.
and we are the R&B representatives. And we are so happy to bring today one of our biggest supporters. Like, he is always in there for everything that we do, and we appreciate it so much. And that is our homeboy, Michael. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Elise. Hey, JR.
Yes, the energy, man.
I love it.
I love it. You on 10 like us. But
I'm always on 10.
yes. But yes, thank you for hanging out with us. It's about time that you are on the show.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
how about you before we get started, tell folks about yourself as little or as much as you like to tell everybody.
Well, as you may know, I've always been a musical genius. My father was a musical genius. Rest in power to my father. And I was like, when I first heard, never mind. I'm just an R&B 90s head. I'm just a 90s R&B head like y'all in 2000. Like, I'm just 90s and two. Let me get it. I'm just a 90s and 2000 R&B head like y'all. Right? Even new, old or new, not that other trap and beat that I usually do on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just an R&B music head. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Hey, that's all you got to say. And how about Michael? We always when we're in the live, we be like, Mike Jones. Like,
Mike Jones.
when he come in the room. You know the vibe. You know the vibes, right?
I know.
But yes, how about you tell the folks what song you chose to talk to us about today, and tell us the first time you remember hearing it.
Well, the song I'm going to talk about in particular is Freedom, the theme song for Panther from various artists that came out in May 1995. Yeah. Let me tell you when I first heard it.
Okay.
I first heard the song while I was watching The Box. I was 3 and 4 years old when the song came out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first heard it, I was watching The Box, right, and the video could pop up like, who are these people? Why is black and white? When I found out that every artist in the 90s was in there, I was like, man, I need to get in this. I was in my Bonnie and Sesame Street state of mind back then.
Right.
I was in my Barney, Tiny Toon Adventures / Nickelodeon / Cartoon Network / Sesame Street state of mind.
You better. Oh
yes. And what about that song like capture you? Like, how did it make you feel? Why did it like stick out for you in your Sesame Street Tiny Toons mind?
Well, it actually stuck to my brain. Like, I never heard powerful voices like came together. It's like thing together like that, like strong, powerful vocals. Like, where that came from?
Yeah.
Let me get into this, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say,
yeah.
When the first time y'all heard it?
Well, when I heard it, honestly, I think it was probably on Video Soul, actually. When I first heard it.
I saw on Video Soul.
Yeah, that's when I heard it. But when I first heard it, I said, well, wait a minute now. I done heard this song before. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like when Vanessa Williams comes in and she's singing Stan, and then y'all know Coco comes in and let it. She let us have it. She let us have it. For real. And I was like, wait a minute. I've heard this joint before, and I had to think about it. And I was like, this is, what's her name? The girl.
Joy.
Yeah.
J-O-I.
Yes, I was like, this is the girl. I couldn't think of her name then, but I was like, wait a minute, because she came out with, the Millennium Vibe.
Yeah,
which
she did first.
A lot of people don't respect as kind of like the neo soul that they like to put in there. She's kind of beginning of that. And I remember Stan on how that's what opens the album. So when I heard Vanessa and them singing it, I was like, whoa. And then they come into Freedom. I said, well, wait a minute, that's her song. But then finally in the video, I saw they had a clip of her singing it. So I was like, well, damn, when did they do this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when did they do this? And I was like, oh, okay. They did this after, the American Music Awards, and they got together. They did it like some We Are the World, when We Are the World did it right after the American Music Awards in '84. They all came together and all that. So they did that. But then
1985.
Yes, 1985. But when I felt like this was the You Will Know for the females.
Yep. Because Black Men United did it first on the Chase 11 soundtrack, and they did it live.
Yeah,
You Know Who.
Right.
I can't say his name. He was on the song too. I'll say You Know Who.
Right.
I won't say anything for obvious reasons. I'll call him You Know Who.
That part. And they actually was inspired after seeing that performance, because they performed that at the AMAs in '95, and the women went and did Freedom that night. So that was some inspiration there.
Speaking of which, I hope somebody would find that clip of them singing Freedom live. I hope somebody would do.
You know what? I wish they would.
I'm trying to find it, but on YouTube, but they can't find it. It's not there.
Wait, they've done it live before?
I don't know.
That would have been dope. They could have did that live at like the Soul Train Awards or something. That'd have been crazy, because y'all know how I feel about them AMAs and all that any damn way. But
exactly.
or like an NAACP thing or something, because didn't they get an award because the movie was such a big like deal for the Black community? You would have thought. It
never went to DVD or streaming platforms. Does that matter? Until Will Black, shout out to Will Black, he posted the whole movie.
Who did?
Wow.
Will Black.
Oh, okay.
That's a YouTube page name. Will Black.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And then
REL Black.
Yeah. And speaking and going back, speaking of Joy is one of those artists where she's all your favorite artists, because like so many people in mainstream don't know her. And so she's that almost kind of how back in the day where like Donny Hathaway didn't get the big billing, but he was everybody's favorite artist that was an artist. Like everybody to this day, damn near, he's everybody's favorite artist, even though he didn't get the accolades, if you will. Yeah.
It's just, and with that, it was just like so many of the hottest females during that time was on this record. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like
you got Mary J. Blige,
TLC,
Shanae, Aaliyah, Pebbles, Escape, Miss Jones, Brownstone, Karen White, Tanya Blount, Nadia Davenport from the Brand New Heavies, Monica, Queen Latifah, Michelle Niclecco, Jade, Layla Hathaway, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Oh, yeah. Salt and Pepper.
Yep.
Nefertiti, MC Light, Yo-Yo. The list goes on and on. Like,
so speaking of that, what's your favorite part or your favorite artist on this song? Like, what part really just moves you the most?
Yeah.
Well, Mary J. Blige's part was what moved me. Like, what? Like, Like, whoa, I got from here.
Come on, Mike. That's what I'm talking about.
That Mary J. Blige like, oh no, hey. Like that part took me
She
out.
was singing for her life.
Yes, she was.
Like on Drag Race, were like lip sync, feel like she was singing for her life.
They were singing for their lives. The rest of the singers,
everybody was like they. I don't know, because sometimes on compilation songs, people just kind of phone it in or just kind of give you the, the bass line. They don't necessarily sound bad, but they just kind of, everybody put their oomph in it. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was dope.
Yeah, right. Right.
Parts of it.
And I like Info's part too. That freedom, free,
I was waiting for that.
Yeah!
I was waiting for y'all to do.
I was waiting for that moment. Like, at the end, give their harmony, like, we got your freedom. Like, you will know freedom now. You will know freedom now.
Yeah.
I got freedom. Like,
I got two parts that's actually a favorite. Coco.
What?
Coco, when she come in and doing stand.
Yeah, my favorite part too.
And then my part is when Nikki come on and when she said, I show you how females
think you a day. Yeah.
Son, to have all these females, because at least you know how we talk about and how you always say that when you get so many females at one time, sometimes it ain't gonna come out right. You got all these vocalists and it don't come out right. Like that song that they did, Stand Up for Love for that cancer.
Just Stand Up. Just Stand Up. Always Stand Up for Cancer. It came out 2008. Yeah.
I know it was for the cause, but they could have kept that.
Yeah, they could have kept that. I mean, they failed on the radio.
They could have kept that. I'm sorry. No.
I'm sorry. Me too. I feel you, JR.
Michael said, yeah, they could have kept that.
Yeah. And this, to me, it just shows how much talent we had in the 90s, because if the men did it with Black Men United, which was amazing, and then the women did it, and it was an amazing record, it just shows our talent to have Brian McKnight kind of be like the arranger for You Will Know, because D'Angelo and his brother.
Oh, don't forget D'Angelo, yes.
Yeah, he did that. But Angie Stone,
who
nobody knew.
Yeah, was the arranger. She was the arranger of the fire.
Now the industry knew her. The industry knew Angie, but a lot of the people didn't know Angie. Right. You know what I mean? Okay. Like she wasn't. Right. People didn't know Angie to No More Rain, but the music heads like us knew who Angie was. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So it was just, it just, that's such a great song, and it still stands the test of time now.
Yep.
It still sounds fresh. It doesn't sound old. It doesn't sound old at all.
At all. Nope.
This is what they missing them. This is why I've been missing them on this music. This is why I've been missing all these songs. Like,
there's power, that emotion. Like, you could tell they care about the music, that it's not about something else. Like, first and foremost, it's about the music and it sounding good and coming together with other people. Like, it was seamless. You didn't feel no ego in that song. Nope. Like, it was just about you talking about freedom. You care about what the song is about. Like, it was so many different layers to it.
And it was just,
let's talk about the rap version. Now, the rap version was very different than the black version. Like, you had Queen Latifah, Yo-Yo, T.L. Left Eye, MC Light, Nefertiti, Michelle Nicole, and Salt Pepper, and Padra, all in one version. Like, the thing is, we got it, because you didn't say when there was time to let us rap. Let us rap, but we come back for that, and then they came back.
Yeah,
like the Dirty Half Dozen version, man, was something else.
I love that version, all rappers, because Queen Latifah's song, she did a verse on the regular one, then she spit.
Yep, happy birthday, Queen, to the Queen as well.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Vanessa
happy birthday,
Williams.
Queen Latifah. That's right.
And
That's
Vanessa
right.
Williams.
But Left Eye, my favorite part in that verse with hers is my only chance to be free is to fly
Yes.
with me.
It's illegal to kill a freaking eagle.
Come
A bird has
on.
never been forcing on people. I guess we did Neil, so she took away his freedom.
That's what she did in the video.
Why?
Mhm.
Come on, Mike. That's what I'm talking about, yo. This
So,
song is powerful.
Michael, this song, it was such a powerful message. How has it affected your life, or how do you think about the song now? Being
I think about the
older
song
and
now.
experienced life.
Well, as I think about the song now, as I continue listening, I was like, this is what they're missing in music. The power of voices that come together as a unit. We need that in 2022. We need that back. Immediately.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say the Joy and Ishi, because I know they're gonna watch this sooner or later. If you watching this, we need a Freedom 2020 reboot. Matter of fact, let me get that clear. We need a 2022 reboot of the Freedom song. Please mix with the old and new. And I got a list of artists that you need to check out, Joy and Ishi, if you're interested. All right. Please make a 2022 version of Freedom ASAP.
Okay.
I need one. The whole people need one. This is what they're missing in music. Powerful women in one voice, in one song.
So who you think should
I
be
know
a
what
part
JR
of it?
finna, I was gonna say, I know you finna ask.
Oh, you know I was gonna go there.
I know.
So Mike, so who
What you thinking for you thinking?
So who do you think who do you think should be a part of this?
Well, I'll pick 7.
Okay.
I'll pick 7. Vivian Green, June's Diary,
Okay.
Minnie Long, Larry Jones, etc. We bring back the old ones like Karen White, Escape, Miss Jones, Brownstone. I mean, we can mix with the old and new, and mix it with a new beat that with the old beat that we had in '95, and we start all over again.
So
Yeah,
no Summer Walker.
Rejuvenate all over again.
No Summer Walker.
Don't, JR, you're messy.
No Summer Walker.
JR is messy.
Because I agree with him. I think
Michael, don't even feed into his. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No,
he like me.
I'm kidding. But
He like me though. So
I'm serious, but I'm kidding.
Because he was like, no. Because I agree with him. I think if we're gonna do a Freedom joint, I feel like we need to do it with a little bit of the old and a little bit of the new. And I would even add like Stephanie Mills in it.
Exactly.
I would add, you know what I'm saying? Especially the times that we're in, we need a song like this. That's what I thought, to be honest with y'all.
Please, JR.
All this, with the Black Lives Matter and all this kind of stuff, I thought that we would get a record like that. The closest that I think that we've gotten to a song like that when PJ Morton and Q for 112 and Raheem Devon, they did kind of a song like that.
Yeah, to see it gone.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
No, I see you got it now. But but they did a kind of a Black empowering song. And I was like, why don't these young ones that understand what's going on in our world can do something like this? Because in 95, you had Mary, Aaliyah, all these girls was new, but they were hot. And they didn't show, like Sis said, there was no ego in the record. There was nothing. You brought Pebbles. That generation right there really didn't know Pebbles. They only knew Pebbles, honestly, from the beat that she had with TLC during that time.
Exactly.
So you had Karen White. You had a lot of these older ones coming in. Well,
hold on, JR. Let me put my 2 cents in on Pebbles and Karen White.
Yeah.
See, in 1984, 1985, Karen White dropped Make 'Em Do It with the single Hunger and Can I Stage You, but nobody knows that. Nobody knows that because she dropped an album.
Nobody.
They only know a Superwoman. That's it. And Pebbles dropped Straight From My Heart in 1995 with the single Are You Ready? And nobody was checking for these albums. Nobody.
And that's what it was so dope, because then it gave Karen White some visibility because this song was getting played. So they was like, well, who was this girl? And who was Pebbles? You had Vanessa Williams, who started the record off. You know what I mean? She's coming off of what? Her Sweetest Days album, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Sweetest Days, yes.
Right?
Yes, 1984.
Yeah. Right. So she's coming off that, and then you come in with SWV. So the new girl, the new generation is like, ooh, SWV, ooh, okay. And then you got TLC comes in, and then Mary, and then Aaliyah. It was just so dope. You know what I mean? And I feel like now we need something like that. I agree with you, Mike. I feel like we need something like that now, and it would be so dope and powerful. You know what I mean? Maybe can get.
And back to what you were saying, JR, I too was very surprised. Just I would say over the last 10 years that very few artists, and I'm not gonna say none because there were, some movement type songs, but that there were so few of anything. Right. Like, or even if it wasn't direct, like there was really not much, like outside of the song that you mentioned, and like Kendrick Lamar and a couple other people, like people really weren't making any kind of movement music or shit, just like positive, like uplifting, freedom type records.
Yeah.
Are we getting none positive?
Or protest records. The rappers damn sure won't do it.
That's all you getting on the radio.
Yeah, the rappers won't do it or nothing. Shit, even back in my day, even the gangster rappers came together to make, songs talking about the community, talking about the violence, or talking about
stop the violence,
police brutality and stuff like that. Even
they did with Don't Shoot.
Yeah,
they did with Don't Shoot.
Yeah,
Rick Ross, family. That's they did Don't Shoot.
Yeah, like even the most gangster or the most like kind of frivolous, whatever rappers that talked about other stuff in their regular music, they still came together on these tracks and stuff like that, or came on another R&B sing or on an R&B singer's track and spitting that. You don't have that anymore. We haven't had that in a very, and I didn't even put that on today's kids. We ain't had that in a long time.
Exactly.
Not
in the last 20 years.
Because it's
not in the last 20 years, you right.
Because when I
nobody don't have that type of music no more.
Nope, not at all.
You need to bring that back.
When I was doing current R&B bangers in 2020, right? And everything was kind of like hitting for what it was. And I remember that I would try to start every show with like kind of like a Black Lives Matter type of record. And it was hard because I was like, why isn't a lot of people doing this? Like, these are the times that we're in. And that is the reason why I love the 70s. Because they talked about what was going on in our world at that time. You know what I mean?
Example, I know what you mean. Like Clean Up the Ghetto. They made a song called Clean Up the Ghetto.
That's right. Philly so, yes. Gamble and Huff came together and made a record like that. It talked about the times we were in. So for me, I was like, well, y'all, can we make a song? But I mean, you had some people that were doing it, like Usher did one. And like I said, Q from 112 did one with PJ Morton, and Anderson .Paak did one, and it was people that was doing one. Even Eric Bellinger did one. He did one too, but it was like, why can't all y'all get together?
I know who did one, and I know who did one. It was in 2005. The ATL. You had Jazzy Faye, teaming with Sierra, Sammy, Monica, T-Boz, and Q from there. And they one from 112 and Jagged Edge came together to sing for their hometown Atlanta. Some of y'all don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
You learn something new all the time, because I didn't know
they made a song for Atlanta. It's called ATL.
Wow.
Yeah, they made a song. They come together and made a song called the ATL. And you check that out.
Yeah. But the fact that we could say them songs on two hands, and in the 70s, it was 10 songs every week. And and I think maybe this generation got it twisted to think that because a song is a revolutionary song or a movement song or uplifting song, that it can't be dope, or that you can't dance to it. That was the magic of the 70s, was you had protest songs that you could dance to, that you could sing along with, that people still singing now. Some don't even realize it because they're not in the time that it even is a protest song now. That's how seamless it was. And
Yeah,
that was the beauty of it.
Right, at
You
least
could
like they did,
slide it through.
yeah, just like they did with what's going on in 2001.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Mhm.
yep.
They did with what's going on in 2001 with Nas, Ja Rule, Nelly, Monica, Destiny's Child, Little Kim,
Yeah,
Jagged Edge, and TLC.
yep,
Rich ass Dupree's R&B mix.
yeah.
I got the
And then
DVD in my house. I got the making of what's going on DVD in my house
the
too.
Joy Freedom, I think was great. Honestly, I thought her version was great. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, obviously, this is an album that's underrated, and a lot of people don't know about it. So for her to let this song, you know what I'm saying, to give it to the soundtrack and have all these women, these popular women on it. I mean, she got more change for it because she wrote the record. So her and Dallas Austin got extra money.
Diamond D made a remix as well.
Diamond D, yeah.
Yeah.
The Crystal mix.
And then for her, to lend this out, because she didn't have to. And it was a powerful song to begin with. You know what I mean? That's how for real, when her album came out, this is how it got me, because you go from Stan and you go to Freedom. I was like, oh, she coming right off the break. So to give it to these ladies and for them to make it a bigger song and have mainstream really catch on, I thought that was brilliant from her part, because she didn't have to. But she said in the interview, it felt like she was a kid in a candy store to her, because she like all these people, you know what I'm saying? You don't get that. So she didn't get that. You can get all these people together to make this song. So this was great, man. This song, you know, if anybody don't know who Joy is, they gonna know. They do know this song. You know what I mean? You know Freedom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a powerful record.
And speaking of the Panther soundtrack, let's get to the soundtrack. My favorite songs on my soundtrack.
What's
yours? My favorite ones off the soundtrack was Express Yourself, Joe's version of Express Yourself, The Points, where they got the Notorious B.I.G., Coolio, Redman. I mean, the song was like 4 minutes, but the single versions was like 9 minutes. Every Easy Mo part was 9 minutes long.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
And my favorite part, also, Aaron Hall made a song for this soundtrack called Stand, which is my personal favorite. Aaron Hall made Stand.
Oh yeah. He did.
He did a song on the soundtrack called Stand.
It was that Panther album is kind of underrated too. Yep. You know what I mean? Because it was very much a Black Power type of record. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Know what I'm saying? You had like
George Clinton,
Tony did Stand.
Tony.
Yeah.
The Last Poets. Except Nash. That had not didn't fit well on the soundtrack. This is stop trying to make your head bob, make your head nod. Sound like what? This is about Black Panthers, not making your head bob. Come on now. Let's not did better.
Yeah.
The World's a Ghetto did better.
Yeah.
Some of the songs that they made it to the soundtrack, like Bobby Brown did a version of Groove Me. Instead, we got Slick Partner.
Yep, Slick Partner.
And then the song that was left over from the soundtrack of Make a Distance cover of Temptations, Just My Imagination. Why didn't they make it on the soundtrack? I gotta find it on YouTube. I gotta find it.
That's on. Yeah. It's on YouTube, but it ain't on. I wonder why they didn't put that
on the soundtrack.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that Brian McKnight in the home post crying with Slash stuff
with the Star Spangled Banner. Yep.
Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And we did Game of Blackstreet. Was good.
Yep.
So I think the moral of the story for this episode is we need more Black power / freedom / uplifting music from our current artists and have them come together with some of our past artists and make magic again. That's the bottom line of this episode, I think, which is why I'm glad you picked this song. That was dope. It's the first song like this that we've had somebody pick, so that's dope. Yes. So, Mr. Michael, if people would like to find you and you would like to be found, where might they do that?
All right, y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mike. You can follow me on Twitter at Michael Jr. 60, Instagram at Mike Jones _1992. All right.
Yes. Well, thank you. First off, actually, even though this is your first Catch That appearance, you did appear on one of our lives the first time we ever.
Yeah, Christmas.
Christmas.
Yes.
The first time that we ever brought anybody on a live. So
yeah.
Kudos for you to that. Use the first. You can always say use the first. And and we appreciate it. It was so much fun, and to get in the holiday spirit, it was really dope. And we just want to personally tell you that we appreciate everything that you do. You support us, you share everything, and you always give your input, and we love you for it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
So thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yes, and we thank all of our viewers, and you should be like Mike Jones and share and let your folks know what we're up to, and if they, if you think they'll like it, or if you don't know, just tell them to follow and see if they do, and see where it goes from there.
Yes.
So we will catch you on the next episode of Catch That.
Peace.